I'm Amanda. I'm a computer engineering student of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and I'm here to talk about strategy to increase women's participation in engineering. So, I'd like to talk about how I got into engineering in the first place. Um, I've always liked challenge right from secondary school. Whenever you say a course is difficult or something is challenging for myself, it wasn't really to prove to anyone that I could do it. It was just a assumption that this was hard and this was hard. I've actually never believed that is actually for me, even though I could eventually do them. So I ended up taking courses like physics, further mathematics, technical drawing, which were courses that girls typically ran away from. I ended up in the engineering stream. So I went to the Department of Water. So most times it doesn't exactly pay off. I love to be busy, I love to work and things like that. That's the kind of mentality I have. So in my department, we have just 10 girls, and I get a lot of comments about my engineering. Wow, a girl in engineering. I hope you're not going to drop out one day. I hope the stress won't be too much for you. You should have done nursing instead. Why didn't you just do accounting? Things like that. And all these comments, despite the fact that the best student in my class in computer engineering is a girl. I was active executive in the Computer Engineering Students Association is a girl. But even with that information, the boys in my department have sworn that they can never have a female president for our little association. Imagine that mindset taken out into the real world. The other day in class, we had a little discussion, and there was this little side comment about how all of us in engineering are just bros, and that there were no girls in engineering. And that is a statement that really annoys me. I don't respond to it, but it annoys me. I feel like I can be the girliest girl ever and still be an engineer. And that's what it should be. There should be no fields or courses for boys and no fields or courses for girls. As a girl, I can handle engineering my own way. And even with these comments, there are some funny things that happen. For instance, we have a group project for a course on software engineering, and we decided to have an all girls group to see how the girls would perform together. And the boys in the class who say we are all bros, but they said, who are we going to leave them for? Because the girls are more responsible. We take the project seriously. As you can see right from this university level that women in engineering have a very valuable place in this society. They kind of need us. I don't want to say it like just like that, but they do need us. They want us in this space, but they don't want to acknowledge that we can be women and engineers. But they get mad when we decide to do our own thing on our own. I've always had this mindset I said earlier of not wanting to prove myself to anyone because I'm not doing engineering to prove to any boy that I can be an engineer or even to any woman because to an extent sometimes we are our own biggest haters. I'm just proving to myself. My GPA, my 4 point GPA is for me. My being the active president, or even if I decide to contest for the presidency of COESA, it is for me. My being a computer engineer, my studying AI, all the research and work I do on blockchain, it's for me. It's what I want to do. And I feel like that's the mindset that ladies, girls adopt. You shouldn't really be trying to prove anything to anyone or listen to the noise about this course is for this person, this course is for that person. It should be what you want to do. If you want to make robots, make robots. If you want to do wiring, do wiring. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your mindset. Your mindset should be a growth mindset. Your mindset should be the mindset that you can do anything that you put your mind to do. And I don't know how I got that mindset, whether it's from my parents, but I'm really grateful to how I formed that mindset because that mindset has brought me really far in life. The mindset of I can do anything I want as long as I dedicate enough effort to it. It's not just about I can do it. It's I can do it. I will put effort into it and I will do it. So I feel like there's nothing women can't do. There's nothing that we are limited to. It's all a matter of our own mindset. There are a lot of female engineers that have done so many beautiful, so many impressive things, like Edith Clark, who created the Clark calculator for graphing electrical properties, and she was the first woman to be professionally hired as an electrical engineer. Hedy Lamarr, who was an actress, a very beautiful actress at that. She was a superstar, but she was an engineer, and some of her work precursored Wi-Fi and also pioneered radio communication, which the military used. And there's also a very famous, very popular Ada Lovelace, the inventor of this mechanical computer. These are women who have done it. They are living proof that other women can do it. Apart from looking up, I think that joining societies like APWEN, Associations like Now Women Engineers of Nigeria, can help to engineering. They do a lot of amazing things. There's a story where they invite female engineers that are doing a lot of incredible things to It's Girl seminar where they teach you how to improve your soft skills or professional STEM. They are for women in STEAM, science, tech, engineering, arts, mathematics. They also do public lectures. I think associations like would be really for increasing the number of women in engineering because they leave the door open not just to engineering students but to girls all over the school. Then webinars like this where it's open to everyone to hear women talk like this and to see very supportive men. I wanted to say something when I was saying my greetings, but I forgot. I'm how do I put this? I'm grateful to see men here supporting us. Thank you guys for being present. We see you and we appreciate you. Yes. So I think another way to improve the participation of women in engineering is how we choose to respond to people telling us that we should be engineers or this course is for boys. Personally, I don't like to respond with words. I prefer to respond with excellence. I won't spend my time arguing with any guy about how hard it is to get into engineering. how I can be successful. There are only a handful of boys in my class who have better results than me. I'm sure I can count them on my hand. It's not all the time that we have to argue about these things, but we just have to do what we love and just be us. See any need to argue, respond with your excellence, respond with your hard work, respond with your love for your career. And finally, we've always been talking about women supporting women. We should support people who want to, women who want to go into engineering, girls who want to go into engineering as much as possible. I try my best as the acting president of my department to reach out to girls in my department. Even if I don't know you, there is no way as a lady or even as a guy that you would say hi to me, coming to me as Closer Vice President or anything like that. I will not greet you with a smile, pay attention to what it is that you have to say, and give you the advice and help that I can because it will go a long way. I've seen I see under me and she's doing things. I'm really proud of her. Be proud of more reach out to me and I can reach out to more girls. And I know girls who are in engineering, um, whether they're in secondary school or in university, I was able to pass that you guys go one or two from me. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
If anyone in the and we can continue that conversation. Esther, if you would leave an hour, I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, I don't know if you're listening or if you're hearing. I don't know if I'm clear to be here. Thank you so much for having me here to speak to you. And thank you to Samantha in a grateful for this. I mean, it's an honor to be speaking to future sciences. Well, my name is Esther Awaki. I am a medical doctor in training, and um, I just want to share a little because when Stargirl Samantha reached out to me to speak in this, I was excited, but later I was like, are doctors in STEM too? Because whenever I think of science, technology, engineering, mathematics, I think of people with computers doing complex mathematics. I mean, engineers like Amanda, data scientists, and all of those people that do those kind of work. I mean, so whenever I didn't think of I know doctors are in science, but I didn't think of them like in that way. And I mean, many of you will agree that when you think of doctors, you're imagining someone in an office with a tie, a stethoscope that listens to you, prescribes medications, and all of that. And I mean, the extreme, possibly surgeons that do surgery. I've also thought like that since, I mean, for the longest time until I became a medical student. And then I realized that there is a whole world of medicine oftentimes overlooked and not even spoken about enough, not to talk of being represented by women and ladies in this field. I mean, with the fast growing advancements of technology in this our age and time, everything is becoming digitalized. The medical field is broad, and now technology is shaping the future of healthcare. And the truth is, we know these things, but we do not. Um, there are not many women that are represented in these fields of medicine and technology. People think that medical, as I mentioned, medicine is really just about the clinical practice and not about how you can link technology and medicine together as a woman and excel in this field like amazingly. I mean, truth be told though, because of webinars like this and women empowerment schemes and so many opportunities, young people, especially women in the medical field, I wouldn't say as opposed to engineering, there are quite a number of females. I mean, in engineering departments now, I know that there are a few, as Amanda said, but in medicine, we have a number of women, a number of female doctors that are in the clinical field. But those people are the ones you see in the hospital, the ones you meet in the clinic, and the ones that attend like ward rounds, not necessarily the people that are involved in the technology of medicine, the people that are involved in so many amazing other fields that is vast and wide. And so they are underrepresented in these fields. We have, so as I said earlier, medicine is a broad field and there are so many areas that are not infiltrated by ladies because we don't even know about them. Like, if we knew about them, we'll probably hear more about the ladies here. So, what I want to do is speak a little of some of these fields to broaden our minds, and so we begin to think of ways as ladies to bridge these gaps, to go into these sectors, to be part of it, so that we are not just limited to, oh, I want to be a doctor, and then a doctor is someone that sees patients. No, a doctor is so much more than that. And in these fields, that so many people are doing amazing things, women and girls should be in the forefront. So, I mean, the first one I'll speak about biomedical engineering. Just imagine creating prosthetic limbs that feel like real hands. They're called healthcare innovatives that people are into, they're doctors that go into this field and then they're involved in making heart monitors, smart implants. So this is one. There is health information and AI in medicine. Artificial intelligence is creeping into most of the fields right now, and the medical field is not an exception. Artificial intelligence is now used to like predict disease outbreaks in communities, diagnose conditions from like medical images and all of that. There's biotech and genetic engineering. Some of these fields that have not been like delved into. We have gene editing technologies where there's unlocking the potential to cure genetic diseases. Recently, the FDA in America approved the first genetic treatment to cure a sickle cell patient using gene therapies. So you ask yourself, there are doctors in this field, but are there women there? Are there ladies that are actually in the forefront doing this in gene editing technologies, doing all of these things? Like, are we really represented or are we just hearing about these things from others? Oh, they are working on sickle cell, they are changing genes and all of that. Are we really involved in these kind of things? Or are the medical doctors just in the hospital doing the ward rounds and clinics? And then there's also radiology, medical imaging. Before I went into medical school, I did not know that radiologists were doctors. I learned it when I became a medical student because I've had a bone fracture before, and then if you've had one, you go for a scan. I just thought those people just did their own outside medicine. They just maybe went for a course or two or something, and then I realized that there are doctors that go through medical school, become trained physicians, and go into this aspect. They don't have to be in the hospital to be doing great things, making great innovations. You can literally be in areas that people are not infiltrated in yet. So there's also lab medicine and research medicine. So research is such a broad field in medical, is such a broad medical field that plenty people do not know about because it is under infiltrated. Like women are underrepresented here, and those are the areas where people do things, people make impact, people like there's so much to be done in these areas. And so if we have only men there now, they'll be making decisions that may be biased to the healthcare algorithms. And well, there are also other fields like histopathology, microbiology, like so many things that people usually ignore because the medical field is clinical. But it is not, especially the medical technology part of medicine. So if you're listening to me and these things are interesting to you, like you're listening and you're like, yes, I should be a part of this. I'm a girl, I can do it. I'm a lady with great vision, a great mind, and I can participate in this. You know, I would like to just advise you that stay curious. Women are curious. We love to know things. We like to know why does this work? How does this work? So stay curious. Ask a lot of questions. In whatever field you are. I mean, I'm speaking from the side of a medical student and an aspiring doctor. So always stay curious. Want to ask questions. You have to keep learning, relearning, unlearning. We have to unlearn so much, especially in Nigeria, where some of these, when you just hear, oh, genetic engineering, the first thing you probably think of is outside, a white person or someone that is not in this part of the world that will do stuff like that. But you have to unlearn that these things are in my reach. I can do it. I can learn and I can relearn and I can unlearn some of these stereotypes. And don't limit yourself. Sometimes we think people are just lucky. You're lucky to have been in that part of the world. You're lucky to be smart. But luck is just when opportunity meets preparedness. So be prepared. Always be prepared in the little things you're doing, in the I mean, little things that you're putting your hands to do. Show preparedness in it because you're a girl in STEM and there is so much opportunities for ladies in technology. And I see how I'm learning about these opportunities in medical field gradually, even as I am a student. And then this is something that other people would love to indulge in. So just make sure you're prepared. No mind is small. Always believe in yourself. We keep hearing this, but it's so easy to say, and it's easier to say than do. Believing in yourself that this is not above my reach. So thank you so much. I have come to the end of that which I was speaking of. I don't know if there are questions, if anybody would like to know anything.
So inspiring, Esther. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope you're able to look at the comments. There's a lot of people quoting some of the amazing things that you've shared.
Thank
So
you
I
so
think we're
much.
all so inspired. So thank you again for sharing
Thank you. I'm
your
so
insight, of
grateful.
course. I think let's hear from Fatima. If nobody has any questions, we can continue discussing in the chat, but we'd love to hear about empowering girls in STEM. And Fatima is going to share some insight about initiatives and programs that are making a difference in her expertise.
All right. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. From my own field, as a developer, we have a particular greeting. It's GM, because any part of the world, it's mornings, afternoons, evenings. So GM, everyone. It's lovely being here. And yeah, signify with emojis to like let me know that you all can hear me, please. All right. Thank you. Okay. when it was decided to explore another area of gender issues that are relevant to the UNDP's work and the SDGs goals as a whole, one of the most discussable topics that was picked is girls in STEM. So I'll be talking about empowering girls in STEM, initiatives and programs that are making a difference. At first, though, the males will say girls are giving more attention to all this, but at least thank God that there are males in this call. Are you all putting effort to be interested in what we girls want to explore? And also, as females, we feel like because we have all these stuffs, we are now like raising oppression to the guys, making them to like take it as a cue to ridicule us, our mind, our soul, our body, all in the name of what beauty and brains came together because it's beautiful to have a functioning brain. We see ourselves as like people see us females as kitchen utensils and a bedroom pullover, whereas we're more than that. People settle like for like no, you should do like a full-time housewife. Even a 9 to 5 doesn't even do. Exactly as the previous speaker spoke about having a growth mindset. That's the kind of mindset the host of this program has. That's the kind of mindset the conveners of these initiatives I'm gonna mention have. They did not sit and wait for a miracle. They put in the work. Like Dr. Esther mentioned, like Dr. Miss Amanda, pardon, Miss Amanda mentioned, you show up, you show out, let the stem shoot and allow your fruits to ripen. I watched the video. It was like this. If you do something even when you're scared, that is bravery. If you do something when you're not motivated, that is motivation. So I think I can say that if you do something that is different, that's making a difference. And yeah, there are professionals in the STEM field, but how many of them are females? But the good news though, we have the organizations and programs that are out there breaking these barriers that people find it like, no, you're a girl, you're not meant to do this. Exactly. We have the stereotypes that say that engineering is for boys, math is hard, science is something that you're not supposed to do as a girl. You should pick a profession that should not be taking too much of your time because of the fact that you'll be building a family on your own. Whereas we girls have our own interests that we want to go into. Finding the support that is needed is what is like restraining us from like breaking through and breaking forth. Why do you see that if you're looking for any kind of women that is making breakthroughs, you have to like search for the current females making breakthroughs in STEM after all those other love lanes of the 1800s that are actually like made the breakthrough. So here are the programs and here are the initiatives that are actually like showing and putting for the effort to like empower we females in STEM. One, Girls Who Code. They're like a global organization that, of course, they actually have that goal to like bridge that gap in tech, offering free code clubs, summer internship programs, mentorship opportunities for girls from elementary school through college. They also have like a community whereby they've already reached over 500,000 girls, and many of them are alumni pursuing so many degrees in computer science, engineering, and other STEM fields. Second, they have Black Girls Code. They're all about empowering girls to become innovators in STEM. They host workshops and events where girls learn everything from robotics to web design to web development. What set them apart is the fact that they focus on representing, not just teaching girls how to like run some programs on a computer to like work. They actually like stand out to like represent us females that yes, we are more than just what they see us as. We can actually like put in the work and it's gonna show. And third, we have UNESCO STEM and gender advancements, also known as SAGA projects. On a global scale, this initiative works to reduce the gap to also through the policy they change and the education. They also collaborate with government to create that strategy that supports girls in STEM from primary school all the way to the workforce. For example, now they've actually like implemented scholarship for girls in STEM fields and training programs for teachers to encourage them in the classrooms. And their work show that systematic change is possible when you address the root causes of inequality. Supporting each other was like is the main goal behind all these initiatives in the long run. They all have the common thing. They all have one thing in common, which is like to support we girls, we females, we ladies, all in one. You see different kind of organizations that we hear them making breakthroughs in the STEM field. One of the major causes that makes we females to not like show up, show out is just that we don't see role models. Okay, that's one. And then we don't see ourselves the way you should. We are looking at the future. You're not seeing yourself as, yeah, this is me gonna like make something out of myself. Like I'm gonna like stand out, stand tall, stand firm. I hope this makes sense. By the way, we have so many professions in all these fields in STEM, but apparently we have limited amount of females that are standing out in this field, making it so easy for men to like intimidate we females in those fields. In the sense like if a lady should even be the boss of a company in a STEM field, males find it hard to like follow through with the orders because how can a lady, how can a woman be telling me to go to the cabinet to get this? That kind of mentality too is also there, making it hard for both genders to like cooperate and complement each other. There's this phrase that we're all familiar with. What a man can do, a woman can do better. I think I should like rephrase that. What a man can't do, a woman can do it best. We are created to like complement each other. It would be so lovely if both genders work hand in hand to like bring about this awareness of STEM in girls. It's not only when it's International Women's Day, we like show up and create this awareness. Research has shown consistently that girls are more likely to pursue STEM related activities when they are actually exposed to them early on. At least having someone that they can like look up to and look forward to being. Not like they should like be exactly what they are, but looking at okay, if this person could do this, then I could actually like make it through. If you're seeing something like a quote that God put something in your heart because He knows that you can actually like make it happen. You should not let someone talk you down or talk you out of it. Them talking it how and talking it down on you are just telling you how they gave up on their own dreams and they're just trying to make you feel bad too on yours so that you also be in their same shoes. In Alex Omazi's voice, to be exceptional, you've got to be an exception. Believe in yourself that you are capacitated, like you can do it. Having a reason that this thing is not done, it should be a very strong reason for you to like actually get this thing done. It makes it so easy to stand out and like make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. Pardon, something came through. So when you see that um someone is trying to like ridicule you to the barest minimum in the sense like you cannot actually like show forth exactly as one of our speakers said, you like let your results speak for you, let it show. Besides, you work hard in silence and let your success make the noise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Super inspirational, Fatima. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope you're also reading the comments as well. A lot of encouraging words in there. I want to share a few questions from our host, Samantha. We have a few questions for all of the speakers to wrap up our conversation. So the first question is looking ahead to the next 5 to 10 years, what do you hope to see in terms of gender parity in your field? So we'd love to hear from all of the speakers if you have any thoughts on that. Amanda, did you want to start us off and then we can hear from Esther and then Fatima?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, and I'm even hoping in the next 2, 3 years, I hope to see more girls in engineering, more girls applying for engineering. Next year will be my final year. I want to see a class where they have at least 40, 50 girls. That would make me really, really happy. And I would also love I would love it if there were a female president from one of the departments. I'll try my best to be the first one, but it would be really nice so that engineering would just be wiped off, would disappear. That would just be really wonderful. And I also, there are a lot of projects and competitions that take place around. I would love it if girls were confident to participate in things like that. All these projects, all these competitions. I'd love to see that. That would make me happy. Honestly, it would make me really happy. And I don't just want to see that. I want to see that, but the girl shouldn't be. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a tomboy or something, but I want to see both tomboys and girly girls just being there, being engineers. So that's my reply. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Amanda. I think we can say that we collectively believe that you can make it happen. Esther, did you want to share your thoughts on this with us? What do you see in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you hope to see?
Okay, thank you very much. Um, I am hopeful and I anticipate that in the next 5 years there'll be more ladies venturing into fields of medicine that are untapped, that people do not know, that people are courageous enough to go and explore some of these fields because um, not just picking the popular fields, the clinical fields, because as I said, there are there are not as okay as compared to before. There are more females in the hospitals doing clinical medicine compared to 10 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. But now there are more fields in medicine that ladies are venturing into. So I'm hoping that people's minds are open to going into the more delicate parts of medicine, that people are not just limited to the parts that are offered to them, but they are willing, they are courageous to, with me, and also speaking to myself, we are courageous enough to explore some of this and then to be excellent, not just to do it, but to do it excellently, to shine and to, I mean, no, make statements that other people will know that these things are possible, these things are not impossible. But thank you so much.
That's powerful, Esther. Thank you for sharing. I think it's important, right, to acknowledge the progress that women have made so far. So I completely agree. Did you want to share your thoughts with us?
Yeah, I didn't get the question. A call interrupted the meeting, so I just joined back.
No worries. So the question was looking ahead to the next 5 to 10 years, what do you hope to see in terms of gender parity in your field?
Okay. What I hope to see, um, well, actually, it begins from me to be able to like create that environment that has this inclusiveness of self, both male and female. Like it's going to be like a safe place to like work in, be encouraged in, to thrive in, and also like being that kind of leader that ensures that there's nothing like being biased as per I'm a female, I will now favor the female over the males. No, there's going to be equality. Yeah, they say it's a myth, but it's possible. It may be difficult, but it's actually possible. So I'm looking forward to creating that kind of environment that will encompass.
Fantastic. Thank you, Fatima. I love the positivity in this room right now. Um, Another question from our host, Samantha, is how can individuals, organizations, and governments help drive the change needed to accelerate gender equality in STEM and really in all of your fields? So we can do the same, and we can start with
Okay, so on the individual level, I think it all starts with the mindset. There shouldn't be any mindset of women can't do this, women shouldn't do this, women, all of that. I think it should also start from us, women. We should not have that limiting mindset. And we can train our brothers, our friends, our sons to not have that mindset too. That's really important. As for organizations, I think they they should provide a way for women to shine as themselves. You know, as it is in this world, most of the workplaces function based on um, the men's the men's internal schedule. I don't know how to better word this. We're having a discussion in class today about how an algorithm designed for Amazon's AI was very biased, not because it was designed to be biased, but it's biased because the data it was working on was purely past data of the company, and the past data of the company was purely men. It was just men that were working there. So when the algorithm was trying to hire new people, if there was any detail in your application that showed that you were a woman, it would immediately scrap you out. And it's just an algorithm. It was biased, but it's not human enough to be explicitly biased. So a lot of things that um, a lot of systems in our world right now are based on men. I was raising my hand earlier because I had a little concern, but I'll get to that. A lot of systems in our world are based on men, how men work, how men function. So I feel like organizations, industries should create a way that women can work, do the things that we want to do, be engineers, be doctors, be tech people, be mathematicians, but as women, not working as men, working as women. They should give us that space. We should be able to create an environment like that. And I also feel like the government should do that. My concern was that in the medical field, most of the treatments that they give are based on, you know, research that they did on men. So women don't really get good treatment. That's why you hear people saying, "Oh, girls, oh, are always sick. There's always one stomach ache, headache." It's because the medical data is not really on us. So this is like a challenge or a request to Esther as you're practicing your field. Do well to, you know, try to do some research on women so that we can actually start getting good treatment. You know, that change can start with you. Um, Thank you for the question. That's all I have to say.
fantastic. Thank you, Amanda. Esther, did you want to share with us what can others do to contribute to this change?
Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Well, thank you for your concern. It is a very valid concern, and I believe that so many of these things is because women are not knowledgeable enough to know that medicine is beyond what it is, and then that is why there's limitation. But when people gain more insights and then they're able to venture into some of these researches, they're able to, when women understand women better, so we'll be able to do more things. And I mean, I think there are other things. For example, people have made certain health apps only for women. You know, you have like the period trackers that they can estimate certain cycles of women to help with your mood, to give certain tips on how to deal with how you're facing in that moment. All these innovations have already been are being put in place. So it is to encourage people to go into more of it. So thank you so much, Amanda. And then for the question, I believe that this particular concern is individualistic. The government can only do so much. As I mentioned earlier in my during my presentation, I said luck can only be when opportunity meets preparedness. So if we advise governments and organizations to create more opportunities for women, are the women ready to participate in these opportunities? Are they prepared? Are they willing? So it is personal. More, I believe that people, um, the more prepared you are, okay, sorry, someone says she can't hear. Am I inaudible to every other person? Okay, well, thank you. I'll try to increase my voice. Okay, so what I'm saying is the question, as opposed to, oh, what can government or people in places do, has they can do so much, but are you ready to participate in what they are going to do? Have you built yourself? Have you tried? Are people trying to venture into these things on their own accord? So the more you prepare yourself, when the opportunity presents itself, you venture into it, and then it's I hope I'm able to communicate well. So thank you very much.
Great points, Esther. Thank you for sharing. All right. I'll turn it around to Fatima to answer this question, and then we'll have one more question to wrap up.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like second what Dr. Esther spoke about. It's more or less like you build yourself. It's all start from you because there's barely anything government will do. The only thing they can actually do is when they see you being like successful, of course, they want to take the credit that, yeah, this is a citizen of this country. Like that kind of, you take the glory, you take all the adoration. Whereas you know that you're the one that put in the work. You put in the work, become relevant. You become relevant, it becomes so good they can't just ignore you. You start from somewhere, as little as it can be. See your network is your net worth. Start from a classroom, you talk about how we can bring ourselves together, being inclusive with both genders. You take it out front of your school, in the middle of the school. You take it out, put it out on social media. There will surely be someone out of a million people. There will surely be one person that has a million at their fingers. That already has million ads that has been won. It's not be hard to actually get that kind of influence that will like not influence in terms of brainwashing, but influence in terms of like there's this kind of impact that wow, I want to do this too. I want to like collaborate with this person. And you bring out yourself like you are valuable. It should be too hard for people to like ridicule you. I hope like I've answered the question.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Fatima. Um, wow, so inspirational. I don't think it can get better than this, but it will. The very last question from Samantha. Oh, I think we have one person raising their hand. Did you have a question for the speakers? I think it's Emmanuel. You can put it in the chat if you would like as well. A contribution. Okay, please share with us.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope we all can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I think what I want to contribute. I think the major focus here is bridging the gap. Okay, so I feel what the females in STEM can also do is I think outside the classroom they can attend more STEM events and conferences. They can participate in online communities, also take online courses, tutorials. It's just more of developing yourself as a lady. If you want to be there, you want to be up there, develop yourself more and get on with the right connections, participate in challenges, in competitions that probably are related to STEM. You understand? Then also you can um, develop growth mindsets, believing in your abilities as a woman. I believe so many persons as ladies, they don't really, they have this, some of them actually have this mentality of, oh, the notion, general notion that women are probably weaker vessels. They've one way or the other limited themselves in terms of all of the things that they are capable of doing. So I believe it's the right time for women to really come out. I mean, apart from STEM, but looking at maybe politics, or looking at you understand. So I think that's my own contribution to all of this stuff. Thank you so much, all of the speakers. You guys are, I mean, you guys have really done a great deal. And thank you, Samantha, for pulling up this webinar. Thank you so much.
Wow. I'll speak on behalf of Samantha. Thank you so much for your contribution. I think um, your words are very encouraging and uplifting for everyone in the room. So thank you for being an ally and a supporter. It's truly appreciated. And I agree with you. I commend all of the speakers today. This was their event, and they're just doing such a fantastic job. So thank you. On behalf of Samantha, again, I'm going to share one final question for the speakers and all the attendees. Please feel free to participate as well in the chat. Um, but the question is, what role do mentors play in your journey so far, and how important is it for women to have female role models in STEM? And the second part of that question, in addition to thinking about mentors, is um, what message would you give to young girls watching today who are also dreaming of a career in STEM? So if you think about mentors and also how you can be a mentor for other young girls, we would love to hear everyone's insight about that. So Amanda, if you want to start us off again, we can't wait to hear your insights.
Okay, to be honest, I feel like the hypocrite talking about mentors right now because I don't have any. Um, I don't have any. I don't. I maybe I don't know. I'm kind of awkward, so I like to do things on my own. But I do see people who have mentors. Although I don't have any female mentors, but I do have two male mentors. They're not really my mentors. They're not explicitly my mentors, but every now and again, they know that I won't come to them because of how awkward I am. But they always call me, and that's really I love it. I love it when they call me to talk to me about things that are going on. I started talking to them. One of the main reasons why I went into this whole school politics was because I wanted to have the confidence to talk to my lecturers and older people, people that could be potential mentors and stuff like that. So on becoming the vice president last year, I got to I got close to a professor in my class, in my department, and our head of department. So they really, at this point, serve as my mentors. I don't talk to them a lot. I don't see them often, but when I do, it's really impactful, and they always inspire me to do better. And one beautiful thing about them is that they don't they don't make me feel like I'm just a girl. They make me feel like I can do it because I'm a girl. Like they have always been encouraging me, like, okay, you probably be the next president. There's never been this bias when it comes to them. And I feel like having female mentors would also be really important because you're seeing a woman do something you want to do. That would be really amazing to be inspiring. When I was in secondary school, one person I looked up to, but that time I didn't really have a lot of information, was Kylie Jenner. Not for anything, but because at that point she was the youngest self-made billionaire. I felt like that was just it was a woman that did that. It was just so incredible. So having her to look up to was really nice at that point. So if I had like female engineers to look up to, there are a lot of them. It's just I'm the one that is ignorant. I'll admit that I'm the one that is ignorant on them. But if I had some female engineers to look up to, things that they do, I know that I'd be more interested. So I do think that would be amazing. Although I don't really like to call her my mentee, but I've seen her. We've been together since like her 100 level, and now she's in her second year, and I love how she's growing. So I feel like if I remember the second part of the question, you're asking how we can inspire other ladies, right? So seeing her growth, seeing what she does, when she comes to me and she's like, I'm going to apply for this job, I'm going to get this skill, I've gotten this mentor, things like that. It's just really beautiful. I think it's a really beautiful thing, the whole mentorship thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanda. I love what you said. Your mentors don't see you as just a girl. They make you feel like you can do something because you are a girl. That's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Esther, did you want to share with us?
Thank you so much. About mentorship, I believe that looking at people that are in places you want to be is already inspiring. That someone is there and the person is not just there, the person is a female. So, personally, there are no females in the field I would like to venture into. So, that is the part where I would love to mentor people. I mean, not generally in the world, in where I am. I presently am in Gombe State. So, there are less female participants in some of these technological areas in this part of the world, which would have been important to possibly be with them, stay with them, learn from the wealth of knowledge that they already have. So, but generally, I have people I look up to. I have people that inspire me. I have people that I go to meet to ask questions, to encourage me, to learn, to they said nobody is an island. So you need people. You're a lady, you need people. You don't just need women, you need everybody. It's not good to just limit yourself to just the gender. It is very important to have women in these areas to learn from, but it is equally as important to have other mentors. So I have a couple of people I go and I meet, especially when I do not feel like these are things I can do, these are things that I am good enough to do. They encourage me, they speak life to me, they remind me that you are everything that you think you are and you can do it. So it's very important to surround yourself with people that inspire you, that encourage you, that speak life to you, not just to be an island. And subsequently, with the love you receive from these mentors, you can pay it forward. And even if you're not being mentored, you can always inspire other people to be the best of their to be the best in whatever field they choose to do. So thank you very much.
Wow, fantastic. That's right. We don't just need women, we need everybody. It's all hands on deck, right? So that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Esther. All right. Fatima, we'd love to hear from you as well.
I don't think I have much to say because both speakers have actually like done justice to the word mentorship. I could just add that if you're not able to have access to these mentors like physically, interactively, they all have like courses you could buy. They all have their social media pages you could follow, you could watch. But don't get yourself overwhelmed with all of them because all of them are actually doing all good things though. Yeah. Get yourself inspired with their good works, you know. There's this saying that if you don't know where you're going, everybody looks like it. So you know who you want to be, who inspires you, and why. Have the why behind it. It's that why that determines how you're going to act on it. Whether you're going to like sit down, just like, okay, nobody's here to like get me going and all. Because nobody will actually push you those want to move. It's not possible. Something is like is on the stance. I cannot move. You don't want to move, then I won't push you. It's you that will drive yourself to it. And that's when you see people that will come and then support you. Why do you see all these memes that when you're working, you say that, yeah, you're putting in the work, you only yourself and someone that truly believes in you is there. But when you get it, you see a large crowd congratulating you, taking on the glory. Exactly. That's how that thing is. Putting in the work isn't always funny. So you need people that will actually like guide you towards it though. And yes, what I can actually say to those girls that want to go into that STEM field is to like exactly just be yourself. Yeah, forgot to add this part. The God factor. It's one thing to like have good people around you and then they are not good for you. That's just it. It doesn't mean they're bad, it's just that they're not just good for you. You just have to like know what's your mind, like what you really want and who you want to follow that will like take you to that top. It's always a great joy to see you developing someone and the person too is doing great things too in life. It's a very great joy. Who doesn't want to see each other win? Unless the person is the saddest, I don't know. Because everybody wants to win and the sky is big enough for everyone to fly, actually. So I guess that's all I have to say.
Whoa, very, very wise words. Thank you, Fatima, for sharing. And to all the speakers as well, I agree. There were so many amazing pieces of advice and insight and experience from all of you. And I can say myself that I learned so much, and I hope that everyone else who attended also learned a lot and feels inspired and encouraged. Um, I also want to thank Samantha for letting me step in but so think Fatima, you're all amazing. Really, what an inspiring and energizing webinar, right? Thank you, everyone. Samantha, I don't know if your connection is more stable now, but I see you have your hand raised. This is your meeting, so please feel free to say anything if you would like. We I think we would all love to hear from you. I see that Samuel and David have their hands raised. Did you have a question for Samantha or the panelists? Uh,
Yes, we got your question, David.
Amanda, Esther, or Fatima, feel free to answer David's question in however order you would like.
Okay. Um. Well, since you see the girl that is scared, and you having the kind of like clean intentions as to like you want to like raise this girl up, you could actually like support her, you know, but in a way that she will feel safe and not insecure that somebody is like trying to like manipulate her because she's scared to like push forward. Like try to like encourage her, and if Patel she still doesn't want to maybe just like spice her up with some videos or some works of ladies that are breaking breakthroughs in that field that she's scared to like dominate, like she's scared to like stand out in a male dominated field. I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay, I just want to add. Oh, sorry, is Amanda speaking?
You can continue.
Oh, well, I had left the space for you, but thank you. I just wanted to add to that. With people that battle low self-esteem, all of us have battled with one form of doubt or the other in our minds. So it is not unusual for people to doubt themselves, to think that, oh, I'm not enough or something. And among ladies, it is quite, yes, I believe that we suffer from that a lot of times. The way to help someone like that is that I don't know if I don't really know if it is more of an outside job or more of an inside, a personal determination. Because I myself have had that struggle. Like, I'm usually really scared to do things. But then when I start for the first time, I understand that it is possible and then I do it well. And then I'm really impressed with myself. I feel proud of myself. So, the most encouraging thing to tell somebody that is scared is to do the first thing. Just do the first thing. Put out whatever it is the first time. The first time you do it, everybody is scared when they do it. So, inspiring other people, but encouraging the people that are around. When you say they are in tune to encouraging others that are like them, because they see themselves in those people. So it's easier to speak to them, they understand better, and then people get better with time. So, and at the same time, for the people that are confident in themselves, I like to advise everyone listening to make sure that you don't try to make other belittle people because you're confident. What makes you confident is not in any way trying to belittle any other person. It's is knowing that you're confident in yourself and other people are great in their own capacities. So for people that you come across that are quite that have low self-esteem, especially ladies, there should not be mockery or anything. Try to help in whatever way you can. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think Esther and Fatima said it really beautifully. I especially love what Esther said about taking the first step. I think three of us have been saying the same thing about mindset. It's really about your mindset. Mindsets can be changed, mindsets can be learned. So it starts with the girl knowing that she can take that first step, knowing that she her fears are just that they're just fears. They're nothing more than that. I've always been a take it till you make it person. Um, I like to dress up when I go to class. I feel very uncomfortable being all dressed up, but I do it anyway because I would feel better dressed up. Same thing, you would feel better if you were an engineer. It makes you feel uncomfortable, but in the long run, if you look at what you want your future to be like, you can't let that fear win. You can't let that insecurity win. It's not about you today, it's about you for the rest of your life. How would you live with yourself knowing that you let fear win? It's much easier said than done. It's much easier said than done. For something as simple as wearing something nice to class, I know how many times I've thought about changing my outfit. Not to talk of choosing a career path, something that you know that there will be more boys in this class, and if you make any mistake, eyes will be on you and things like that. It's a lot of pressure, and I think ladies, girls, women, we deserve a welcoming environment. So apart from the girl doing the mental work and preparing herself and just doing it, just taking the first step, I believe the guys should also try to be nicer. We are girls, we are not bros, as they would like to call us Indian girls. We're not bros. The way you will yab me, the way you will talk to me, the way you will throw jabs at me, it can't be the way you will talk to your guys. There are certain ways you speak to some girls. You don't know what kind of insecurities they have about being there. You don't know their confidence levels. You don't know what's going on in their heads. You just can't make fun of them like that. We all know that we're more emotional and we take things a little more seriously sometimes. So there should be more kindness in the class. There should be more kindness between classmates. And there should be more support. There shouldn't be any form of course she couldn't do it. She's a girl. That kind of thing really would destroy it. Yeah, I feel like being one. This is how you picture your future self. Future me is going to be an engineer. You can't let your present take that first step, like Esther said. Thank you.
Thank you, speakers. Um, Samuel, I think you had your hand up. Did you still have a question? Maybe we can have one of the speakers answer your question for us. Go ahead, Samuel.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Mine is not a question, but I just wanted to add to the discussion you guys had earlier on about mentorship and how it's very important for everybody to have someone is looking to. So what I'll be adding is that in the aspect of mentorship, we need someone to be accountable to. You just need that person that can just call you back and say, hey guy, you are doing well, or stop that you are doing wrong. Because I believe in every part of career that anybody wants to venture into, there are people that have gone ahead of you, and whether you like it or not, they've made their mistakes, they paid the price of doing it again and again and again before they got it right. So if you want to really succeed, instead of just running all along all by yourself, you should associate yourself with people that can actually call you and say, this thing you are doing is wrong to your face, or this thing you are doing, keep it up, you're on the right path. So mentorship is not all about having people you love or having people that pet you all around. It should be people that can actually tell you to your face that you are doing the wrong thing. I'm into business, and I can say from experience that I've ventured into businesses that I know little or nothing about, and I've also done businesses that I asked questions and had people to guide me through. And I can tell you for free that the results are totally different. So that's what I just wanted to add, because the people that spoke about mentorship didn't really do justice to this part that I'm just saying now. So I felt we should know, because we are young people, we have this zeal, everybody just want to do things and just want to get it done now. But once you have people that will actually correct you in every part, I believe we'll do well. So that's just what I want to add. Thank you very much. And I want to really say I'm very proud of my lovely sister pulling all this thing up and putting girls together. We had a very long conversation about this thing from day before yesterday, today, and we've been praying about it. And I'm so grateful to God that it's a success. Mommy, I want to say I love you, and I pray God continue to keep you and you do great things for Him. Bye, everyone.
You so much. Can you in for me? I'm so grateful. Thank you so much to speakers. Asia, I want to hug you right now. Esther, I want to hug you. Fatima, I want to hug you. I think I'm in the same. I'm I'm in the Fatima and I are in the same hostel, so I'll definitely come and give you the hug when I get back. Thank you so much everyone for joining. I am humbled. I'm humbled staying till 8:45 since 7 p.m. Thank you so much. I am very grateful. Thank you so much, Hannah. I love you all. And I think Philemon, I love you too. Thank you so much for being the three. I think when we get back to the group, I'm going to do more of the Thanksgiving. Yeah, also want to acknowledge some people here. Um, my Global Glow family are here. Hannah is here. Thank you so much, Hannah. My mentors from Global Glow are here. Thank you so much for joining in. And then my immediate family is here. My elder sister is here. I can see her hand up. Philemon, my brother, is here. My friends are here. I'm so, so grateful. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I see you all and I love you all. Yeah, my sister is raising up her hand, Cleopatra. Hi, Mama.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Um, First of all, start by congratulating every girl and young woman here that is in STEM. I want to say that you can be whoever you want to be. Just put your heart to it, and it's going to be possible. Then I want to thank Samantha. I'll come to you. I want to thank Hannah for coming through for Samantha despite the short notice. I pray that God blesses you abundantly. And to the sisters, you guys are great. Like everyone spoke very well. I learned so much, and it's very inspiring. It was very inspiring, and I'm happy that there are young girls out there that are doing exploits. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. And I want to encourage you not to give up. This path that you've chosen, this road that you started walking on, please keep going and don't stop. Don't hear the voices that will tell you to stop. Keep going. That first alone will be yours in Jesus' name. By the grace of God. Yeah, and
Amen.
to our audience, thank you so much for making this possible for my sister. I believe that you all have learned as I have learned too. To the men that are here, you people are the real you. Thank you for being part of this too. And I think there was a question that was thrown about women, ladies with low self-esteem. How do you encourage them? And the speakers have spoken so well. They have addressed that topic, but I just want to say that when we have men also encouraging ladies to be who they want to be, it's going to be beautiful. So wherever in the very small place you find yourself in as a man, please and please do us this favor to encourage every young woman, every lady you see trying to be who she wants to be. Try to encourage her instead of tearing them down and saying, oh, you're just a lady, you're just a woman, can you even do this? This job is for men, this thing is for men. No, for you to be here, I believe it's a blessing that you are here. And if there's one thing I want you to go back with, is be the change where you are. So when you hear men or boys tearing down women or girls, please support them and encourage them. Thank you so much. Star Girl Sam, well done, well done, well done. I know how this
Thank
whole thing
you.
started, and I'm really proud of you. I'm happy that it's a success. I mean, there are lots of challenges here and there, but look where you are today, right now. So keep on the good work, and the sky will just be your starting point. Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, ma. That's my elder sister. She was a speaker at a webinar this evening. She's a pharmacist and she spoke beautifully and she inspired many of us. because of her webinar. So from her webinar, she jumped in here to also support me. And I'm glad you learned a lot. Thank you so much, Ma. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. I'm glad I did this, and I'm definitely going to be doing this again, again. So thank you so, so, so much. This wouldn't have held if you guys were not here. So I'm so grateful. Thank you. Yes, Hannah, let's do it again. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending loads of virtual hugs to you all. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Jerry, are you raising your hand? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so I think, does anybody have anything else to say? So we can call it a day or call it a night.
Okay, hello. Samantha, can you hear me?
Okay, someone is speaking. Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to commend you for the wonderful, well, for putting this together. It's so inspiring, and for our speakers, I would say you guys did really justice to all the topics, and just a call to action. So, after this, the next step, I think we should also create awareness about some of these things we have talked about. There is actually um, should I say, digital advocacy plays a key role in this our present time. So let's prioritize digital advocacy to make sure that all what we said, all what we want to achieve come to pass. Thank you.
Very true, Jerry. Thank you so much for that contribution. We'll definitely do that. We'll be getting excerpts from all that was said here and we'll share it on social media. And we believe that it will reach a wider audience. Those who couldn't make it will get to learn from all the wonderful things that we all have learned. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a good night's rest. For those who are in the day. Thank you so much once again. Oh my god, I think this meeting just made up. I'm even more excited about it than Valentine. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. Why are you all laughing? I've celebrated my Valentine. You all can go continue your celebrations. Thank you so much. Mentor Dina too, thank you so much. David, thank you. Patience. Star Girl Patience, thank you. Mommy Gadio, thank you. Nanli, thank you so much for joining. Emmanuel, thank you so much. David, thank you. Precious, thank you. Faye, thank you so much. Rejoice, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, Uchi, thank you so much. Iman, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, Aminchi, thank you so much for joining, Ma. Thank you so much. Comfort, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Philemon, thank you. David, thank you. I'm so glad I got to finally speak. Can you imagine? Thank you so much, Hannah. Well, I'm just waiting for everyone to exit the call. Okay. Yeah, we're done. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Amici.